This morning, Polkadot was hacked. A hacker gained minting right and minted a billion wrapped dot token on Ethereum and crashed the price and walked away with a bunch of money. Actually, not that much, I think, because the liquidity depth was very shallow. So I think a few hundred K. To be honest, I'm so numb of this news because there's so many hacks going on right now. I can't even keep track of them. I think a lot of DeFi natives are probably feeling the same. I just couldn't care a lot about it anymore. One after the other, on a daily basis, if not weekly basis, or if weekly basis, not daily basis. This is getting really out of control, in my opinion. Recently, a lot of hacks are clearly exploiting old protocols that we thought they were safe. They've been around for a long time, so the code base are completely safe. This is quite clear an AI-assisted hacking pattern, in my opinion, because if you are a experienced hacker or human hacker, you would always try to target new code base first because the old code base are proven to be, safer. So the return on investment on that is a lot less, lucrative in a sense. But if you are hacking with AI, this is quite a different situation that you might actually choose to hack to go through the old protocols anyway. In my opinion, DeFi is in a huge crisis right now. I wrote an article touched on this topic a few months back, but I didn't expect it to happen this fast. DeFi as an industry, we were always in a crisis. We have fundamental flaws that we choose to ignore, we didn't deal with them. This industry rewards the bad actors, the hackers, the rug pullers, the scammers. They're the ones that walk away with millions and millions of dollars and very little consequences. While if you work hard in the industry, you grind really, really hard, or if you're a white hat hacker, you report on bug bounties, you're very often not gonna getting anything at all. I stopped do bug bounties years ago because I had a list of bugs and then they're just not paid at all. Quite a few of them are criticals. Very often you get the golden standard excuse from these protocols is that if you send them the bug bounty report, they will just respond and say, oh yeah, this is an issue. However, we are aware of this and we found this yesterday. Our team, is already patching this. So this is not a new issue so it's not eligible for payout. So people who play by the rules are not sort of incentivized at all, but the bad actors incentivized. So this is actually a systematic problem. It's not individual problems. This is the problem with the DeFi space, with the crypto industry, in my opinion. It's a relatively hard issue to solve, but it's still solvable in my, according to my knowledge. So let's quickly touch base on the flaws. This is my personal opinion. When we decide to get rid of centralized powers, the reason to get rid of them is to prevent abusing of centralized power, which I'm all up for it. Like I signed up for the decentralized industry by like 8-9 years ago. I've been in the space for a long time. But the problem is that those centralized entities are actually there to perform some sort of task for function that's actually required for a society to function. Like a government is there for a reason. The banks are there for a reason. Yes, they have a lot of power and then they often abuse, which I 100% don't agree on, but completely get rid of them without properly replacing their actual functions is problematic. And that, in my opinion, is a fundamental issue that's causing the industry to have misaligned incentives. Because all of a sudden, we got rid of the central powers, but no one can enforce order at all. Somebody hacks, walk away with millions and millions of dollars, it becomes okay because no one can do anything about it. It is not within anyone's power. And it becomes a wild west, a dark forest as the original metaphor for the space. In a sense, like there's no order here. And this is actually quite crazy if you think about it. Like we advocate for a new society with no order enforcement. Could it work? Maybe. If every participant is playing by the book, if everyone is doing everything that they should, not doing anything they shouldn't. But isn't that a bit too naive? Our world is not perfect in this sense. We are basically running naked, hope everyone's going to behave as what they're supposed to behave, and then we're putting ourselves or all the users at a very vulnerable position with no protections. And what we have a system that rewards the bad actors. We have a system that gradually drives out the good ones. And look at the names. If you're outside of crypto, I don't even talk to my friend about me working in crypto when I meet someone new. It's, to be honest, it's terrible. The name's terrible. People immediately think you're a scammer or you're like running a meme coins. Look, I'm not saying there's no space for meme coins. Speculation is a part of finance. I accept that. It's okay. But what I'm trying to say is that this whole system is missing a critical piece. We got rid of the central powers. At the same time, we threw the baby with the bathwater out. So now no one can enforce orders. If we don't solve this problem, in my opinion, this is going to eventually lead to a dystopia. It's going to eventually lead to a situation where it's not suitable for normal activities anymore. And people will leave, like long-term OGs will leave the space because of this, which I have personally seen a lot out of all these years. Like, one of the potential solution to this is what we're currently working on. I'm not here to try to share my project or much at all. I'm purely doing this because out of my passion, because I live and breathe the crypto dream. I work in the space. What we have in the crypto space is an anarchism. It's an anarchist society because we don't have a higher power to enforce order. Everyone's equal. No one can do anything special compared to others. We look back at how anarchist systems work and how do they organize themselves to sort of enforce their order, make sure everyone is behaving correctly in the same way. This is actually, luckily enough, this is a well-documented and well-researched space. We can actually borrow a lot of knowledge from them. And one of the major things is insurance is a mechanism that can go together with this to create a sort of incentivized system, a game theory system, an economical system that could align the incentives properly, in a sense, also play the roles of enforcing order. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but if you're interested, you can go and check out my profile. And also I have articles written about this for the project that I'm currently working on called USD8.fi. Okay, so back to the current crisis. I think with the development of AI in the near future, DeFi is probably going to get a lot worse than this before it will start to get better, if it will get better. I'm still in the industry. I'm still here. I still believe DeFi, believe in DeFi. But I think in the near future, it's probably going to be quite a dark time. In my opinion, if you are a DeFi user, in the next few months' time, it's probably worth considering temporarily withdraw your liquidity from DeFi protocols and then just put them into your cold wallet, because there will be a lot more AI-powered exploitation on these protocols. Try to steal money, just in case. That's what I'm going to do myself. Like, yes, we'll lose a bit of a yield, but in my opinion, it's worth the consideration. If you run a DeFi protocol, I think at the moment you need to vigorously use the latest AI models and technology, the best you can get your hands on, and to audit and attack your own protocols and fixing bugs. This is extremely, extremely important as an auditor myself. There are people, having opinions on the industry will get, bad, and then it's gonna get a lot more secure, because the protocols is gonna use AI tools to play defense as well. But in my opinion, as long as we don't solve the fundamental issue of the enforcement mechanism missing piece in the whole DeFi industry, as well as the whole crypto space, to be honest, and this problem is not going away. It's gonna stay, and it's gonna slowly eroding the reputation, and it's gonna slowly erode the positive work that we have done as an industry. Yeah, that is unfortunately what I think. If you have any comments and opinions, I welcome a civilized discussion or debate. To feel free to reach out and also leave a comment. Yeah, if there's more interest, I'm happy to talk about expand a bit more on the actual anarcho-capitalism theory to use insurance as a mechanism for auto enforcement in a society that doesn't have a higher power.